What up, YouTube? If I tell y'all, I have made y'all so many videos, but I always get cut off by HEB. That's who I'm driving for. I can officially say HEB, whoop whoop. We have a dedicated account with them. Um, they always call for dispatch whenever I'm on the video. So I'm in my bunk, so hopefully they don't rush me. I already came back. I've already driven to Orange and back, but they're doubling us up. Um, and they've even outsourced for even more help from as many owner operators and other third-party companies as possible, gearing up for 2 hurricanes coming to the Gulf Coast. So it's always fun to be a part of, helping people get what they want and more importantly, what they need during this time. So not only do we have the pandemic still going on, but the store I was at yesterday, I went there today. Today was the third day in a row I've gone to this store. And I gotta say, when I went in to go to the restroom today, it was like Armageddon. Like, it was like the pandemic when it first happened. Nothing on the shelves. So please, please, please tell your four-wheel driving friends to please let us get where we gotta go. I mean, we're doing the best that we can. We're running all 12 hours out every fucking day. It is insanity out here. And then, of course, everybody's panicking. Is it going to hit us? Is it not going to hit us? We never know. Katrina we're always going to go back to Katrina. Ike did the same thing. It's just part of living in these coastal states. But one thing I want to talk about, because I don't get into, talking to people out here. There's, I believe, 10 of us Swift dedicated drivers out here, and they all chit chat and hang out together, and I kick it in here by myself. But I hear a lot of them saying really, I think, in my opinion, stupid stuff like, oh, I don't use my personal conveyance, or if I'm going to be sitting here waiting around, I'm going to be on my clock. And in my mind, I'm just like, I don't really kick it like that. Like, you're hurting yourself. And so I've heard plenty other YouTubers, not recently because I don't have time, but I know this is always up for discussion. People have that mentality, I'm not doing shit unless I'm getting paid for it. Okay, bitch, but at the end of the week, when you're having to reset because you've wasted so much time sitting around doing nothing, being on the clock, are you really getting paid? I don't think so. And in a situation like we're in right here, we get paid a flat rate. They rent us as drivers and our truck, and we carry their trailer equipment and all that stuff. So they're paying a flat rate. So yeah, I'm gonna go off fucking duty if like right now. I just came back from doing a load. I went out to Orange and I came back. Traffic and everything and construction, a total of 5 hours driving. I have 7 hours still left on my clock. I am off fucking duty, even though I'm waiting for them to dispatch me. And I mean, I'm dispatched through Swift, through the macro system, and I've turned in my paperwork here at the dispatch here at HEB, but there's no fucking way I'm going to be burning my clock while I sit here and wait. That's stupid. I'm sorry, it's going to piss off a lot of people. And really, I'm not sorry, because that is the stupidest mentality I've ever heard. If I'm parked at a store and I get out of my truck to go in the store for personal business, like buying dinner, getting some snacks, buying some water, using their facilities to go to the restroom, wash my hands, whatever the case may be, why the fuck would I want to be on duty for that? I stop my clock as often as possible. If these wheels are not moving, I'm not driving. And more than likely, unless I'm in traffic, I'm not on duty. And there's been times where I'm in traffic, stopped, and it's going to be a very long time before I move again. I go off duty. That mentality of I don't work for free, you're hurting yourself at the end of the week. You're burning up hours for what? Your pride? Swift's not paying you to sit in traffic. Swift's paying you zip code to zip code. So if you sit in traffic for 2 hours, guess what? Those 2 hours, say you sit in traffic 2 hours, it's hurricane season. If you live in any of the Gulf states, there's traffic everywhere right now. Non-essentials are mixing with essential workers again. It's crazy out here. But to sit in traffic, say 2 hours, just say 3 days out of the week, that's 6 fucking hours. For most people, at least on dedicated routes, that's a whole day's worth of work. Why would you burn that? I don't understand that mentality. Y'all have heard me say it a million times. I don't understand stupid, and that's one of those things. I don't get it. So, more of a reason for me not to go kick it with the people. Just because we work for the same company don't mean we think the same. I've always marched to the beat of my own drum. I've always thought outside the box. But more importantly, I use common sense. And I literally just told my husband today, I was like, you know what? So much shit has been canceled during 2020. You know, people have feelings in 2020. Because I'm a company driver, I can't comment on certain issues. But, you know, people got feelings and shit. I kick it old school. I don't give a fuck about your feelings. I don't give a fuck what somebody said 12 fucking years ago. I'm old school. I don't give a flying fuck. I couldn't care less if I cared at all about your fucking feelings. So when I say that you're stupid, I mean that shit. And today, some joker decided to run up on me. Literally, he was running towards me. Big Haitian dude. Pissed off. Pissed off. I'm parked at the store waiting because both docks are being used. Now, with most dedicated routes, if you show up and say the Coca-Cola dude is there, they will make the Coca-Cola dude move to get you in and out because they know you got to keep going. This homie is one of the people. So I guess HEB put out an ad yesterday stating we are in desperate need of drivers. As long as you're legal, get your ass in here. We're going to pay you X amount of dollars. We just need you to tote water. Trailers full of water. Got to get out to these stores. There's no water on the shelves. So this morning when I checked in for dispatch, there was a shitload more people than I'm used to seeing. And I'm like, whoa. And everybody was there for fucking water. Me and this guy, owner-operator, we show up to the store at the same time. Well, he missed the turn, and I've been there before, so I knew where to go. So while he's kicking it doing donuts at the Dairy Queen next door, trying to figure out how the fuck to get behind this store to get to the dock, I'm already parked. I'm already inside the store, going to the restroom, washing my hands. I come out of the dock, of the receiving door, and this dude is literally charging at a very rapid pace in my direction. So I'm like, hey, maybe he's got to take a shit. I don't fucking know. And then he starts screaming at me, and I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. I have my mask on. And he says, you better not put that trailer in that dock. I took my mask off. I say, come again? I got here first. I got here first. You better not even move that truck. Don't even put it in drive. I said, who said that you're going first? Who? And he was taken back because I don't think he expected somebody to talk back to him. He was a big dude. He was very aggressive and very intimidating. But again, I don't back down from nobody. I may wind up dead. That's okay. You're not fixing to punk me. So I look at his truck and his trailer. I'm like, okay, this could be one of these water dudes. And I said, look, dude, it wouldn't have mattered if you got here 15 minutes before I got here. You see this trailer that says HEB on it? HEB has priority over everything else. Because guess what? We, Swift, you see that thing says Swift? I said, I'm not here day. All right, sorry. I'm going to have to edit this. I don't even know if it'll make it to YouTube. But I don't understand that mentality. Like, I don't get it. So the guy, you know, he tells me they're making X amount of dollars per load. It's a much greater amount than what us contracted third parties are making. So I get it. He's out there working his hustle, trying to get as many loads as possible. But there's a pecking order, and nobody gave him that memo. So he literally drove over a bunch of stuff, concrete stuff, in between the Dairy Queen and the HEB, drove through the parking lot. It was a whole thing. The manager had to come outside because homie got in the middle, in the front of my truck and called me a bitch and said I better not put my fucking truck in, excuse me, drive. I just ate. So I'm processing food. But yeah, he was like, "Don't you put that fucking park, don't put it in drive. You're not moving this truck." And I'm like, okay. So I get out of my truck. I remained calm the entire time. And I walk, and he's walking behind me. So the manager is looking a little scared because this guy is quite intimidating looking and bigger than both me and the manager. So he says, "You think that you can do whatever you want?" I said, "No, not right now." Because see, I work for Swift, and right now I'm at our contracted dedicated route. I do this route every single day. Been doing this route for days. The people in there, they know me by name. I know them by name. I said, and it doesn't matter what time you get here. HEB has priority over all the vendors because we have to keep going and get to the next load. And then he calmed down and he was like, "Well, why didn't somebody just say that?" I said, we both said that, the manager and myself. I said, and just as a common courtesy and decent human being, you should never charge people, especially females. I said, and then he goes on to tell me he is a former Swift driver and he was a mentor, and that he worked and got his own truck, he's got his own business. And then he asked me how much I was making, and I told him, and then of course he laughs at me because right now they're hired help for a couple of days to get water everywhere. Who gives a fuck? At the end of the day, while you're going out looking for more work, I'm still going to be here kicking it at HEB. So it works out in the end. Some days I work 4 hours, some days I work 12. You don't know, but at the end it works out. And until I feel that I'm being fucked, well, I'm just going to keep sitting here and doing what I do. But the dude actually asked me, he said, "Where do you live?" And I'm like, "I live in Northeast Houston. I live in a town called Kingwood." He said, "Okay, okay." He said, "I'm just north of there." He said, "How about you meet me this weekend?" He said, "Because I gotta run these water loads." He said, "And I'll put you in a truck and I'll get you $2,000 or $3,000 a week." I looked at him. I was like, I started laughing, and he was a little offended. I was like, "I would not leave Swift." And he was like, "Why?" He said, "Everybody leaves Swift. It's just a starting off point." And I said, "Well, no, the company is really good to me. I work really hard for them. And while I know that I could make a whole heck of a lot more money everywhere else, that's where people totally don't get me at all. I'm not doing this for money. I just published a fucking book. Okay, I'm making money hand over fist. I'm making money right now as I'm talking to you. It's not about the money. I actually enjoy driving this fucking truck. Do I enjoy doing the city driving dedicated route right now? Not so much. It's not bad. I'm getting used to the shitty drivers. Um, I feel good about helping during a pandemic and now hurricane season. I walked, like I said, I just delivered a whole fucking trailer of groceries to the store yesterday, and today I walk in and it's just empty shelves. When stores don't have their bare essentials, like just essentials, that's bad. And to be a part of, something bigger than ourselves, that's something that we should all strive for. So no, your $3,000 a week, I make more than that in book sales a day. So sorry, not sorry. You can go kick it over there to the left and get the fuck out of my way so I can park. And then as soon as they get me loaded, then you can be on your merry way and go bully someone else. But don't, especially this message is really for females. Don't let people punk you. They're gonna do it. They're gonna do it. Now, I gotta say, even going back to last year when I started here, no one has ever just full on rushed at me, threatened me. Now they flip me off. People have thrown stuff at my truck, and people have jacked with my truck on purpose because it says Swift or whatever. Um, but you know, last night I was in a place where you have to pay to park there. It's the closest place to this factory that I'm at. And it didn't make sense for me to go all the way home because I knew by the time I got home, then your kids are in your face and all this other stuff. And I literally only had 8 hours to my name, and I knew I was going to be driving 2, if not 3 loads today. So I just was at the truck stop, and the only parking that they had was one. They had 2 semi parkings left, and by the time I finished reserving one of them, the other one was gone and I got the last one. So yeah, there was a lot of shitty looks in the morning because I was bobtail. But for what it's worth, there was plenty of other bobtails parked in semi parking because it's the only option that we had. There is no other truck stop in this area, and that one alone is 15 miles away. So, you know, eat a bag of dicks, kick rocks, do whatever makes you happy. But don't fucking bully us. Like, and girls, don't stand for it. I know the females that I've ran into out here, they're like me. They're not going to stand for the dumb shit. And we shouldn't. We shouldn't. Men are not the superior race or gender, whatever the fuck. I know they like to think they are, but no. I can do a lot of things with this truck that men can do, and sometimes I can even do it better, and vice versa. But right now, we have a pandemic. We have 2 hurricanes coming at the same fucking time. You know, it's 2020. I'm waiting for dinosaurs to start marching off the seas and, you know, mermen flipping around and unicorns flying from the sky at this point. What else could go wrong? It's 2020, right? I need to knock on some wood. Too bad I don't have any. It's okay. But be respectful. Okay? We all got our CDLs the same fucking way. We all pass the same fucking test. We all know what the fuck we're supposed to be doing. You're gonna get your money. Just sit the fuck still and don't be trying to bum rush people and literally arguing with managers of stores and stuff. I didn't report the guy. I'm not that bitch. And even if I know HEB ain't fixing to watch me on YouTube, but I know Swift will. But I'm not. It's not important who the company driver was, or he has his own company or whatever the fuck he was trying to. He was lying. Okay, he was lying. I know the third-party companies that come out here. I see them every fucking day. I have not had a day off since August 11th, and I don't have a day off until the 31st. I requested the 31st off because I got a tattoo appointment. So, you know, that's important. Got to get that shit done. And I don't complain about not having days off. Is it hard on my body, especially city driving the way we're doing? Yes, I knock out about 4 to 6 doors a day. And then, you know, you come here and you pick up and you do it again. It is hard. And I'm not going to do this forever. I have to go back over the road eventually because I got to start writing my next book. And I can't write under these circumstances. It's just too stressful. If four-wheel drivers would take a little bit of a CDL course to at least understand the way they need to maneuver around us, maybe they would calm the fuck down. But then again, like I told my husband, common sense has been canceled in the year 2020 with everything else that's being canceled. Common sense, I have officially canceled it. It's not common. It's not even a thing anymore. People are running on quarantined brain cells. And yeah, for the most part, they suck. So Inform your four-wheel driving friends who haven't driven in a while to go practice. You know, go be Ricky Bobby and shake and bake in it. Go shake and bake at the fucking empty parking lots at night. Around here, the stores are still closing at 8 p.m. You got all night to be doing all that Tokyo Drift, Fast and Furious, dumb shit that you're trying to do. And dudes out in the country with your big jacked up trucks, we all know you have a small penis. You don't have to yell it out to the whole fucking world. But could you please act like you have a little bit of decency and respect for the people who are bringing your shit in and out of your little tiny ass country, population 469? Love lady, not actually. Didn't really want to throw that out there, but I'm going to. Love lady, Texas. You fucking country dudes need to calm the fuck down. They're never gonna see this. They don't got fucking internet out there. I know, because my phone doesn't fucking work out there. So, look, my friend here in Florida, are y'all gonna get hit by both of those storms? Yes, it's looking to be that way. It's fine. I live very far north. Unfortunately, my family loves living in the Gulf, and my family in Corpus Christi is still recovering from the most recent storm that hit them. So, prayers for my family, please. And prayers for all of us drivers on the road trying to get essential shit where it's got to go. Even if you're not toting essential stuff. Well, she is really on a rant. She must be watching the Weather Channel right now. um, Even if you're not carrying essential stuff, your job is essential, and that's important. And at the end of the day, I told my daughter this the other day. I said, at the end of the day, if you give 6 different ethnic people the same piece of bread, you're going to get it broken 6 different ways. But at the end of the breaking of the bread, the crumbs are all the same. So if we can just all get together at the table, break bread however the fuck you want to break it. But let's agree that at the end of the day, we're all working towards the same goal here. We're all trying to do this thing called life. And you can make it really hard or you can make it really simple. But let's make it. Okay? That's my inspiration for the day. I love you all. Stay safe out there. If you're in the storm's path, don't be stupid and say you're going to ride it out. Okay? Don't do that. Get the fuck out of the way. The fuck out of the storm's way. Okay? Peace out.